Questions remain tonight after the taser death involving 22-year-old Jose Maldonado. He died on Sunday morning after he was tased by East Hartford police.
Well, now the ACLU and the NAACP, they're speaking out, saying that Maldonado's death was preventable. Police say Maldonado had damaged a car and was aggressive before, during, and after his arrest, and that's why police used a taser on him. Well, the ACLU wants to know answers to many questions, like why Maldonado was tased after he was already in police custody.
Such as, was Mr. Maldonado handcuffed? Was he in a holding cell, as some media accounts have said? How many times was he tased? Issues like that.
Well, both the ACLU and the NAACP have now filed a request for more information. State police say the East Hartford officer who used that taser on Maldonado is two-year veteran Jason Kaplan. The department says he is not on leave, while state police are investigating.
News 8's Aaron Logan has been following this story. She has more information from the state police on where the investigation stands right now. Aaron.
Keith, and this is the second news release since the incident, and once again, state police saying Maldonado was combative a few times, but there seems to be a lot of confusion over what is considered combative. We also spoke to a man who tells us Maldonado's death prompted some action on his part. As 22-year-old Jose Maldonado's face flashes across the TV screen, Jerome Dunbar worries, will his family get justice? Dunbar says in his case, a taser wasn't used on him, but pointed at him. But he says he still feels victimized.
I've drafted a letter to the Department of Justice for civil litigation so that I can have an investigation and the complaint. It's a complaint regarding civil and constitutional rights violations by the New Haven Police Department and the cover-up by the Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs, they refused to interview the other cop that was with the officer who pulled the taser.
Dunbar says last November, his landlord and New Haven police showed up at his door with a taser pointing at him. He says they were doing an inspection and claimed he had one of his doors barricaded. So he walked them through to show them that wasn't the case.
He then holstered his taser. His police report is contrary to that, of course. Says he holstered it as soon as he opened the door, he saw I was holding an iPad. I know how I felt, and there was no provocation. No one knows what happened in that police station.
We asked state police when using a taser is justified. How do you define combative?
Well, that's a difficult question. Certainly when someone is out of control, is being aggressive, is attempting to assault someone or assault the officer, that's an escalation that has to stop.
Lieutenant Paul Vance says officers are instructed to use the amount of force used against them.
And that's the best way I can explain the law. The law is very detailed and very in-depth. But no law enforcement officer wants to use any more force than is necessary.
He says in Jose Maldonado's death and in any use of force case, there is a thorough investigation.
We respond to the scene. We gather physical and forensic evidence. We conduct all the interviews with any and all witnesses. We present a complete investigative package to the state's attorney's office.
Now, this investigation is far from over. As for Dunbar, he says he just sent his letter to the Department of Justice this afternoon. Live in the New Haven newsroom, Aaron Logan, News 8.